All right, what is up? Welcome to the Morning Wood presented by Prop Finder. Hang on 1 second. Let me turn this thing off. All right. All right, so there's only 4 NBA games tonight. So on a night like this, we probably want to find 4 different moves from each game. That way we got money on all the games. That's my way of doing it. And I don't know. It's been working for me pretty good. If you don't know what this is Prop Finder. I do these little tutorials Monday through Friday right on this channel. So just come right here. Check it out anytime you want. Follow me on Twitter. I will notify you. Or you can get the notifications on and go that route. So here we are. We'll start with, this is an off time for us as well. So it's normally at 9 o'clock, but today I had to record a different show. We got a lot of things going on at my house right now. So not easy, but whatever. That's the beauty of Prop Finder. You can use it anytime you want. And here's what we'll do. All right. So what I'm going to go do right now is go right out to cheat sheets. All right. So we hit that and bam. What's going to bring you to is all the point guards that are playing tonight. If you want to change the position, you can do that to shooting guards, power forward, small forward, and center. I like to start with the point guards, then I go to the centers, and then I go from there. But I keep it position by position for a reason, just because I don't want all of them cluttered up. You can do it the way you want, but this is the way I do it. We'll go points. And here's what it is. We got a triple green, and a triple green, that's a good thing around here. It's Darius Garland against the Timberwolves. The triple green is basically, see how this number, last 10 average, 20 points a game, last 5 average, 19, head-to-head, 23. His line is only 18.5. So all those numbers are higher than 18.5. That's why they're green. That's kind of huge. All right, if you want me to look up a player, yo, what's up, Juan? Just hit the chat, and we can do that. But yeah, so Darius Garland against the Timberwolves. Here's the thing, though. That doesn't mean it's an auto play. Like, we're not just going to go play it just because of that. We just go look at it first. That's all. Now you're looking at points. Here's one thing I like to do. So on his team is Donovan Mitchell. So without Mitchell, because Mitchell didn't play last night. So without Mitchell, bam, 1, 2, 3. So 3 of his last 4 without Mitchell. That's telling, because Mitchell is going to play tonight, I'm pretty sure. So that's kind of an issue, but that's the thing. What's up, Brando? You just knock without Mitchell. You get that out of there. And maybe this is kind of, I don't know. Yeah. Mitchell could get his assist, definitely. But maybe that's the points from Garland, kind of a back burner move. I don't know that I want to do it just because of what I saw from, like I said, without Mitchell, he's scoring points. That makes a ton of sense because Mitchell is a very high usage guy. So when he's out, obviously gets soaked up. So that does teach you something, though. Whenever you see Mitchell's questionable or he pops up in a time, but like before he gets announced out, then then you want to go Garland's points. Last night, there's no way his points were 29, or 2 nights ago. Like, his line was probably the same thing. Anyways, let's move on. Cooper Flagg, this is a fun one. I mean, head-to-head, 42 points. That he had a 40-burger the last time these two teams played, so there is that. You just click on his name, and you go in. All this stuff right over here to the right is Utah's defense against point guards. So on the season, they allow 28.6 points a game. The thing about Cooper Flagg is he's not always the point guard. If you click on this little purple thing here, point guard, last game he was a small forward. And a lot of times he's the small forward. So we probably want to look at him with the small forward lens, even though he does run the offense. Oh, what's up, Harley? Sorry we're an hour late, bro. I had to record keeping 1,000 because I was by myself. I didn't give myself enough time, but like I said, it's fine. We still got Morning Wood in. We still got Morning Wood. But anyways, the assist to small forwards, I don't know how much this matters just because small forward, I mean, assist per position, I think only really matters to point guards. And then still you need a lot of context, but it's a nice baseline. All this is a baseline. It gives you something to look through, like a lens to look through is all you're really looking for. So instead of points, just because, I mean, the 21.5, I mean, that seems like a ceiling game for him. What's up, Brando? Nice. Nice work, Harley. You excited about the Steelers yet or no? Almost. You get nervous, I bet. Do you get nervous? I'd get kind of nervous too. But anyways, it's Cooper Flagg. I mean, look, it's kind of a ceiling game for him. I mean, obviously he's had a 33 and a 27, but I mean, yikes. So 21.5 doesn't look great there unless we're going to be missing somebody, which I don't think we will be. I think this kind of puts him in the assist mode. So now you want to look at assist. I know for a fact that the Jazz opponents attempt 43s a game against the Jazz. That's second most in the NBA. So he can get a lot of cheap assists off three-point makes tonight. And his line's only 5.5. The only problem is look at the potentials here. You can look at it in the graph, or you can just go here, right here on the right, just click potential assist. Harley, they're going to do fine, bro. All right, so we don't have potentials from the other night. We don't know what his potentials were, but 5, and he had 6. I don't know how that works. 13, and he had 7. Okay, 13's a good, healthy number. 14's a good, healthy number, but he's getting 5 on barely any. I don't know. Something's happened. I don't like. What are the odds that he only had 5 potentials? He only had 8 potentials. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I like it. I'm going to go Cooper Flagg assist. We saw Aaron Wiggins get 4 against them. Jimmy Butler gets 7. This is where we could go look at point guards. So we would go right back up here, and we would change this to point guards just to see what point guards are getting against these guys. 6 for SGA, 9 for Abdia. Curry had 5. Harden had 7. Melton doesn't count. I mean, like, we're not counting Melton. Pritchard had 6. Cunningham had 17. Cam Spencer had 30. I think Cooper's getting us 5 assists or 6 assists tonight. 100%. What's up, Splash Man? Dude, the haters on Twitter, they're not real haters. They're anti-gambling people. But, oh, my God, dude. They came out in droves. Like, I commented on that Dave Ramsey video, and I think that's where they came from. But they came out in droves and just like, what are you doing? I mean, they're attacking sports handicappers, which I do like that. Like your premium guys. I do like watching those guys get attacked and watch them try to like justify selling picks and stuff like that. Because some of them, I mean, I don't know, there are such things as services that make sense. But at the same time, I don't know, it gets kind of weird. Back in the day, those handicappers were like characters. They were like WWE personalities, you know what I mean? And it was funny. And it was a cool, entertaining thing. Nowadays, they're not. Like, I don't know. Like, the personality and the flair and the bravado is kind of gone. It's not even, I don't know. So they kind of ruined that industry for me. It's like, I loved the nonsense. Like, the nonsense was the most fun, but the nonsense is gone now. What's up, Mila? Splashman, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Trey's doing it. Yeah. Well, what if Alex Sarr is pretty good? You know what I mean? Like, maybe the Trey Johnson guy. I don't know. Like, maybe that might be fun. I guess. I don't know that they're going to win anything, but it might be fun. What's up, Mila? What's up, Bobby Big Wheels? Yeah, no, it doesn't really bother me as much as you want to talk to them and find out, like, why are they so mad, Bobby Big Wheels? You know, like, what are you mad about? That's why I want to ask them. So, I mean, it's kind of like, all right, you got to talk to them to find that out, but they come and like, they just, I don't know. Like, it's just funny because, like, the one guy's like, dude, you invested 200K and only made 12 grand. And you're like, no. Like, I don't even have, I have like 4K in that account. Like, and it's like $100 bet after 100. Like, they don't know. Like, you start to realize talking to anti-gambling people that they don't really know what they're talking about. They have no idea. They just go on numbers that, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, one, that's part of it. They're just mad they're not in bets, but they just go on like numbers that they hear on the news, maybe. And they say, oh, yeah, it's ruining families. And you're just like, is it gambling or the lack of understanding of gambling? So people that have no idea what they're doing are gambling, and that's the problem. Because I would say I would get behind that. I like there needs to be some education because guys have no idea. They'll come and tell you that price doesn't matter, and you're just like, okay, bud. But yeah, Mila talking dog. They're just angry. Like at the end of the day, like the root of it is they're just angry people. But man, they're coming out. You're just like, dude, it didn't really bother me, though, Bobby Big Wheels. I appreciate that comment. It's not really bothering him as much as like you talk to him. It's like, God damn, like you really don't know anything about this, do you? But like you're so mad about it. It's crazy. Yeah. No, I agree with that, Splash Man. If you can't show a P&L or something like that, then like, what are you doing? A lot of these discords, though, people don't realize that there's an aspect to discords that are literally community based. Like these guys pay money to go into a discord just to be in a discord so they can talk to other people, they can get the picks. Like there's a community aspect to it. Now, you could argue that, all right, so why is the capper getting paid? They made the Discord, I guess. I don't know. I do totally understand that. Like people just, I don't know. They like it. They like it, that community aspect. That's cool. If that's worth $50 a month to them and then, 1,000, you know what I mean? Uh, lotto slips a day. If that's what you want, if that's what you want to pay for, but don't come to me and tell me that like that Discord's profitable because it's not. You know what I mean? Like unless you were there when they hit that one lotto that one time. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, no, 4 beers. I get it. Yeah, no, I didn't like that. I was like, dude, that guy has like 5 accounts. You know what I'm saying? So he this obvious loser. You know what I mean? Like obviously, like the guy is literally. So look at what time it is. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning at the time, and he was on multiple accounts arguing with people. And you're just like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah, like that, just losers. Like I'm finding bangers for the day, and you are literally saying my kids are embarrassed. Like you know what I'm saying? You're like, what are you talking about? Like, because I bet games, like because I do something that you have no idea about. Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, people are just miserable, Harley. That's what it is what it is, man. But I do like talking to them sometimes to find out what they're mad about. Some of them just have, you realize they just have no idea what they're talking about. That's why they're so mad. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with gambling, and I am going to take a stand at that. I hate that. I hate when they blame gambling. I hate it. People with giant platforms that have no idea what they're talking about are calling it the portal to hell, and you're just like, whoa, dude. I mean, I've had every single problem you could possibly have in life. Most of them were created by myself. Gambling is like gambling is the man. It's helped. It's put my focus into something that is fun and exciting and I like to do. You know what I mean? Like I mean, come on. Oh, the slop's bin of sin, Andrew. That is awesome. That might be the greatest name for a show. Bin of sin. That's great. No, McBets is out today. Yeah, right. Dave Ramsey all over Nas Reed. But no, I hate it when they blame him. And I've said this a million times, but we'll stop talking about it just a second. We'll get back to the bangers, finding bangers. We haven't found one yet. Actually, no, we did. We found Cooper. No, is lack of educate. Like you don't know what you're doing. Like I remember back in 2020, whenever COVID hit and everybody started jumping the stock market because they couldn't bet on sports, and it was. Yeah, it was so bad. Like guys were posting P&Ls from their sports or their stock market accounts, and they're just getting demolished. and they were laughing about it and it read it. And nobody said we should shut the stock market down. Nobody said that. They all said, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing this if, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. They didn't go after, if you don't know what you're doing, they didn't go after E-Trade for having commercials, even though those commercials are not even close to the volume of the sportsbook commercials, but they're still commercials. There's actual channels like I watch right now and a ticker goes by all day. You know what I'm saying? Multiple channels. Like Fox has their business, CNBC. So, I mean, like there's channels dedicated. It's the stock market. So it is what it is. Okay, IU, I like it, Mila. Dude, that's awesome. That's going to be fun. Yeah, so, I mean, I will say that, but, I mean, dude, it's just don't. Come on, man. All right, so LaMelo Ball, points-wise, last 4 games, I mean, has his volume been down? I mean, he's taken 20 shots in that last game and didn't score more than 15 points. So, I mean, something's up with him. I'm not saying stay off of him, but it kind of leads me to Brandon Miller. I don't know why that leads me to Brandon Miller. It just does. Yeah, I think Miami wins too. I love the college, the playoffs. That's fun. Like tonight is going to be fun. I'm off a ball though. Keontae George is another one we probably should talk about. You click on his name, like again, man, just click the name. Boom. This comes up. This is all the stats that you could possibly need. Not a lot of noise. I mean, you can find pace for teams that helps. So this should be an up-tempo game. Up and down. I don't think Miller's out. He was out yesterday. I think that's a front end of a back-to-back. Unless that just came out in the last few minutes. Let me see. It might. I mean, he might. Charlotte has yet to submit today, as of 17 minutes ago. So I don't think Miller's out. It said it on RotoWire that he's out. Here, you got a link? I want to see that because they I'm looking at NBA Underdog right now. So 17 minutes ago, they just tweeted Charlotte has yet to submit. So give me a link and I'll read it. But yeah, I don't see anything that says Brandon Miller's out tonight. He was out last night. But again, though they do that shit. Like they just played last night. So what they'll do is they sit him for the first night and then they'll play him the second night. Does that make sense? And I got to retweet this. Yeah, so I think Miller is a move. And here's another thing you can tell about it is sometimes what happens is you can see if the guy has lines. And what we'll do is right here, we'll look to see do they have him listed? They had Knipple listed there. So small forward. He's triple green, which I like. We all like triple green, but he's got lines. A lot of times. Yeah. No. About it. So sometimes what happens is even on the score app, it says out under them, but they haven't submitted. So it just carries over from the day before. Does that make sense? And since it's a back-to-back, we'll notice it. Normally, we wouldn't notice it because it would be on the next day's game. So we'll never see that morning window before they submit. Again, I don't know that he's playing. He could be out, but I'm thinking it's a situation where they're sitting him on the front end of a back-to-back. And the books do too because he's got lines. You know? But anyways, a 20 burger, I think, is good for him. I think he's going to play shooting guard. So we'll look at shooting guards. I think he's going to take a bunch of threes. Indiana, people that play them play a ton of or shoot a ton of threes. We don't have pace up there. I can't there's no bar on my browser. You guys have the browser where there's a bar there, but I don't have one. I can't move it up and down. I have to do this. I have to highlight it and go down. Maybe my friends at Prop Finder will see this and be like, we can't have Slop living like a poor. Let's fix that. I don't even know how they could fix it though, because I think it works for you guys. But anyways, always check the pace. Always check defensive efficiency. Those are great stats, and they can be found right under that tab. All right. So Miami plays at the fastest pace in the NBA, but go all the way over. I like to sort by defensive efficiency. I sort it by the worst because that's what we're looking for. And when you do that, you're going to see two teams. The Hornets are 5th worst, but the Pacers are down there 9th worst. So there is that. And they play at a decently fast pace. We don't want nothing or anything in the 90s when we do pace. So there's that. 103. So they play fast. He's done this against them. He just had the night off. So maybe he plays more minutes. I'm thinking we try to thread the needle and go with 4.5 points in the first half. So that's 1 3 and a 2. That's it. That's just math. But yeah, so I think that's a plus money move. Yeah, plus 104. But if we want, we can do 20 plus. We will do both just for this show. At the end, I'll show you the hearts, so don't worry. If you missed a few of them, it's cool. I'll show them to you. Yeah, they got Miller questionable here. I bet you he plays about it. I really do. I really do think so. I think they kind of I think they sat him, front and back-to-back type move. It would be sweet to take Charlotte's the perfect team to do this with. You take Miller and just hope Bridges or Knipple sit. Or even Ball, but Knipple or one of those other two guys would be just perfect. Where it just shows up, oh yeah, this guy's questionable all of a sudden out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like, all right. Yeah. Jace Richardson in for 12, Merrill 19, Desmond Bain, Harper 22. These guys can get had by these shooting guards. I don't know, by the two. So yeah. Well, what you do is, Flashman, you'll monitor Miller throughout the day, and if it starts to look like he ain't playing, now you hit Sexton, because Sexton, I believe, is available. Like to bet, like he has lines. All right, and then Norm Powell is one that he's a strong maybe. For one, he plays shooting guard, so we got to get off of there. Look at that. 24 points. Yeah, I don't mind Sexton's points, but I don't know, man. I like Miller. So he only needs 24. This is the Bulls, who defense is optional. This guy is a walking 20 burger. So he's going to get us right there. Here's the thing, though. Hero's back, so you definitely want to check those. Zion. Yeah, hey, 4th and 1. So yesterday, we could have played him 2+ on underdog, 2+ assist. I'll show you his chart in a second. Like, it was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? All right, so with Hero was just the other night, and he did play small forward. So Hero probably is the move over Powell. Powell still get you 20. That's crazy. But Zion James, let's just go check him out. So now here, you'd go to research. That's a good pull. All right, so we can't even get him. Hang on, I think there's another way. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, so are there no lines for him? Is that what that is? Yeah, I guess we just can't get him. You should be able to click on the name right here. Write that down, somebody. We got to tell the people that at Prop Finder. Like, we should be able to click their name right there. Diabate, I don't mind his points about it because they give up a ton of points in the paint, the Pacers. All right, so Brandon Miller. All right, so let's just check this out. We got 3 hearts so far. Let's grab another one, and then we'll get the hell out of here. I mean, that's where Diabate is going to score, is in the paint. There's no other, you know what I mean? Assist, or are we kind of getting cute by doing that? Nurk is 5.5 for assist. That's crazy. You like Donovan's points? Here, let's go check him out. Kind of like those didn't play last night, guys. He's got Anthony Edwards, so kind of a lot of red, but whatever. Uh-oh, a little bit of green showing up last 5. I always like to switch the last 5, see what's going on. I mean, it's only 5 games, so there is that, but it is their most recent 5 games. So you can find any kind of new trends. He only needs a 30 burger. Against Edwards, probably wants to show out. There's always that chance, too, that they sit somebody. You know what I mean? So we'll throw in Mitchell's 30 burger from Splash Man. Oh, Clay's threes I'm on already from whatchamacallit, 2+ threes, though. It's juiced up, like way juiced up. But if you move it with Khalil Ware's threes, you can get a nice little whatchamacallit. Nice little day 2 play. Yeah, no, so here's the thing with his threes. Dude's out. PJ Washington, he was just out last game. This guy only hit 2. But, I mean, look, he took 8 threes. He's going to take a bunch of threes tonight. I mean, look at this. So this one, you say, oh, he only had 2. Hang on. He only had 2, right? He was 2 for 8. He played 27 minutes. This game, he played 22 minutes. This game, he played 13 minutes. He took 5 threes in 13 minutes against Philly. He played 19 minutes against Portland, took 10 threes. Like, I mean, he's just jacking up threes. And then against the Jazz, you know, 40 threes a game they allow, attempts. So Clay could easily get home on this. Last 5, they've been worse too. 3 a game from those small forwards. I don't know. So we'll go Clay, that one. Let's check our hearts. So we hit the hearts. This is what we got from this stream. We can go Cooper Flagg, 6+ assists. Brandon Miller, 20+ points. Brandon Miller, 5+ first quarter points. Donovan Mitchell, 30+ points. And Klay Thompson, 3+ 3-pointers. It tells you where the best odds are for those particular moves, which is awesome. I'll screenshot this, and we'll report the results later. But, I mean, this feels good. Feels good. That's Prop Finder. That's all it is. We just took about 25, 30 minutes, and we found all 5 of those. Well, 30 minutes, right on 30 minutes. We found 5 of those. Those are research plays. Those are the data kind of supports them. I like it. It's a way to find bangers, be a more informed player from a fundamental level instead of a technical level. Because once we do all these, we want to find the best price right afterwards. That's just how it works. If you want to get Prop Finder, you should get it. I highly recommend it. I have it. I use it every day on these streams. Dude, just go click the link in the description. Promo code SLOP. It'll be 30% off. It's like $12 a month when you do that. That is like ridiculously cheap. I mean, I don't know. We talked about it yesterday. I've been through the ringer on research sites, and dude, they cost way too much. $12 a month. That's doable. It gives you all the sports too. So no matter what season it is, you can always use Prop Finder. Do it right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the cash, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.